As the Emperor's
Что ж,
spies
сегодня
told
прям
him,
погружаемся
Ciri
в
had reached
историю.
Novigrad. No
Наверное, не
attempt
хочу
to
там.
find her in the North's largest city would certainly fail. But
Вот.
Geralt had friends he could count on. The Witcher decided to
В
contact
конце
Triss
стрима, может,
Merigold.
опять немножко в гринт покидаем. Ну, скорее всего. Сейчас, правда, надо посходить, проверить кое-что мне насчет вещей в тайнике, потому что пересобрал немножечко сборку модов. Чат. Тут час сначала надо. Так, телефончик. Вот. Чат, здорово. Вот, пересобрал сегодня немножко сборку модов, потому что я все пытаюсь поставить там на мод на погоду, что-то типа такого на освещение, но он что-то не был нахуй. Я думаю, он по ходу дела я пришел к выводу, что он просто не совместим с HG модом, но поймешь. Так что пришлось мне игру персонально сегодня и немножко пересобрать все дела свои. Интересно, конечно. Так, сейчас посмотрим. Что вообще это поменялось? Что это вообще поменялось? Что ага, понял, ничего это не поменяло. Ладно, все. Так. Я тут за... What the fuck? Не обратно. Вне стрима немножко подсобрал себе сет кота на будущее. Господи, где это? Школа змеи. Все, школа грифона. Вот. Школа кота лежит. Вот у меня сет. Надо еще серебряный меч достать и арбалет. Но это попозже, потому что там только с 17-го левела. Сможем это все одеть в себя. Да, пацаны, вам что, нормально? Что, отдыхаете? У вас. Так, что там за торговец?
Mistaken me for someone else.
Хуяся.
Leave him alone.
Рисует.
And who might you be? Temple Guard undercover?
Call me an admirer of law and order.
Made a mistake coming to this town, then.
You're making the mistake. Leave him alone.
And if we don't?
If you don't, I'll have to kick your faces in.
Cheer that, lads.
Сделал себе вот штучку еще. Для ленивых, чтобы... Конечно, у меня есть кнопка, которая мне автонаносит масло. Меч противников. Немножко конфликтовство, но я уже не в первый раз играю. Мне можно. Шаг. Красиво.
Go home, merchant. And try not to come around here anymore.
I will. I mean, I won't.
Что сегодня по
I mean
контенту?
both,
Ну
yes.
вот, сейчас поиграем.
Thank you, sir.
Я думаю, побегаем по сюжету. Немножко вопросиков и в конце грин покидаем. Ну, отдельно пойдем покидаем грин. Одну, 2-3, наверное, регнем. Там как пойдет, на самом деле.
I'm knackered.
Много тише игру. Сейчас. Ну конечно, я что-то выкрутил. Сори. Я же игру перестанавливал, она тут выкрутилась, я забыл. Сори. Погнали. Что тут у нас?
Just passing by, wanderer? Or do you seek
Да я тоже
something
думаю, что
specific?
громковато, заметь.
Who's asking?
Rudolph de Jonkier. Of those de Jonkiers, yes. My ancestors laid the foundations of this city. I now own its largest bank.
Didn't need a
Всегда такая мечта.
recommendation. Name would have been enough.
Будет дядька
Father
банкир.
always said, all ought to know your merits, son. Don't hide them under a bushel.
I'm looking for Corrine Tilly.
Oh, you've come to the right place then. Corrine is inside. Been there for a few days, dreaming the home's history.
Not interested in what's going on inside? Seeing it for yourself.
I'm a banker. Cursed homes scare me.
Вот так могу сделать нормально? Лучше?
You know how a haunting can affect property value. Point of fact.
Блин,
Corrine
ну у меня
requested
там
she
просто...
not be disturbed.
А, хотя, знаешь что? Сейчас посмотрим. Ну, у меня по максимуму стоит, и уж я не знаю, что. Могу вот так поближе просто к ебалу пододвинуть микрофон. Хы. Ультимативный фикс. Сейчас договорим, потому что с этим челиком.
I'd like to go inside, look around.
I don't usually let strangers rummage around my home. Twin swords, though. You're a witcher. You may enter, call at my whim.
Просто сливаешься с игрой, становишься Герка. Так я ж, ну, я и есть Ведьмак. Ведьмак, играющий Ведьмака, ты чё?
Already dependent.
Вот у нас настройка должна быть нормально, я думаю. Что по кайфу. Так. Полутать что-то.
Stop! Go away! Don't do that. Leave it!
Бля. А ты где? Говорит. Жоня. Ну ты не совсем Жоня.
Wake up. It's just a dream.
Реально на деревьях. Вон у нее здесь
Wake up.
флешбеки у девки. Она такая, гуки. Kids HD, yes.
The doll. The attic.
All right. Time to check the attic.
Put it down, please. That's blood. Don't spill it. Please. Stop. Go away. Don't do that. Leave it.
Блин, солнце, пощади. Ничего не вижу.
Way to the next room's blocked.
Стеллаж, говорит, загораживает, а мы вообще шабля! Все. Рисунок колыбели.
There was a cradle on
Бать,
the
это
second
ну,
floor.
квест-комната какая-то получается уже. Найди то, принеси все, говорит.
Put it down, please. That's blood. Don't spill it. Please.
Сюда. Что здесь?
Another masterpiece. An oven and a blackened grate. Oh joy. A riddle. Guess I should find an oven.
Stop. Go away. Don't do that. Leave it.
Бам. Чтобы с лестницы наебнуться. Пам. Сапоги убийцы. Убивца. Сейчас как шабля! Скримак. Сука, страшно вырубай, реально.
Did I scare you? Scared you, didn't I? Could tell you was scared. Big brave man scared of wee little Sarah. Ain't that funny?
I wouldn't do that anymore if I were you, Sarah. You might scare someone so bad they'll hurt you.
Why would someone hurt me? Having a spot of fun's not allowed anymore.
What are you playing?
That lady fell asleep, and I've sent her some horrible dreams. I'll not her wake neither. I can do that, you know. Funny, isn't it?
Very funny. Thing is, I gotta talk to the dreamer, so I'd like you to let her wake up.
Little Sarah doesn't want her to wake. Little Sarah wants to play.
You're lucky. I know you're a harmless godling, but others might not know, and then...
And how'd you know I'm a godling, eh? How's that, eh? Eh?
If it looks like one and acts like one, trust me, you're a godling. You give the dreamer nightmares and won't let her wake up. Why are you tormenting her?
I'm not tormenting anyone. Scary dreams are great. What I love is when this big hen chases me. Hen's got these red...
Why do you live in a haunted house?
Tell you a secret. The house ain't haunted. Not one bit. I just pretend it is. Make everyone think that. It was sitting there all empty, so I moved in. Bigwig from the bank then came and bought it. I don't like bankers, especially not to live with, so I decided to give him a scare.
Gave the banker a really big scare. See, he paid a lot for this house and won't give it up easily, which is why you need to find another home.
I don't want to! I don't! I won't!
Sarah, Novigrad's no place for a godling. But if you want to live here, that's your business. So let's make a deal.
A deal? What kind?
Leave the dreamer alone. In exchange, I'll tell the banker the house is haunted. For good, no way to lift the curse.
You tell him that? What if he doesn't
Даггер,
believe you?
конечно, мастер.
I'm a witcher.
Придумщик.
He'll believe me.
Yes, yes, yes! Do that and I promise not to bother your friend, not even a little. You're awfully nice, you know.
I don't hear that often. Thanks.
Now go wake that sleepyhead. I won't stop her. She'll get up.
Who are you?
Triss Marigold sent me to see you.
Gods. Horrible nightmares. I was supposed to dream the history of this house. Instead, I saw furniture. Hungry furniture that wished to devour me. I know it must sound foolish, but in the dream, well, it was all too real. And not at all amusing.
The work of a godling. She made people believe the house was haunted. Also injected your dreams with her little jokes.
And you managed to wake me. I feel fortunate.
We witchers have our ways.
I thank you very much. The dreams, they were awful. Any way I can pay you back?
There is, actually. I'm looking for a young woman who was seen in Novigrad.
I can certainly try to help. But I'll need to clear my head first. After those deranged dreams, I feel it's full of cobwebs. Find me at the Golden Sturgeon. I rent a room there.
All right. See you there.
Я так понял, что у меня музыка вырублена, по-моему. А нет, нормально. Ёпть. Мой самый главный враг — лестница, говорит.
I saw Miss Corrine leave, but she refused to speak to me. Is the matter resolved? Or quite the opposite?
A bit of both. A demon had captured Corrine. I managed to free her, but the house is still haunted.
Did Corrine dream of the building's past?
Yeah. Pretty horrid, apparently, though she refused to talk about it. Nobody should inhabit the place.
So many crowns I paid! Oh, well. It shan't put me in the poorhouse. The second sword, is it in case the first one breaks?
Окей. Swag.
Washed your hair lately? Oh, I've had enough of it.
Сейчас поменяю сапоги. Сорян. Так, это вот
What do you have?
это барахло. Плюп-плюп.
So long.
В смысле, пауэр. Так, сейчас прочекаем, что там на доске у нас. Заказ от храмовой стражи города Новиграда. Так. Ну, это прикольный заказ, я вот пока не... О, да, можно будет его сходить потом сделать. Контентный квест. Бач. Вы что такие?
We're a bit of coin short another round. Because we're comrades, see? Butcher, ain't you? We're butchers. You slaughter, we slaughter.
Ясно.
Except witches earn more. Old villagers pitch in. Lords open their purses.
А, да?
Ladies do like
Говорит,
their legs.
платят больше ведьмакам.
Guess I've
Ага.
been to the wrong villages. Dealt with the wrong lords and ladies.
Come, don't make us beg. What's the witcher for, anyways? It's to help men in need.
Ладно, да,
Fine.
пусть
Take
они пойдут
this.
упьются и
That's
никому
what
не
I call
домогаются.
loyalty to the guild. Thank you, master. We'll knock one back in your honor.
Хорошо, конечно, надо их было бы прикончить, но сегодня добрый. 25 гривен закинул.
Hey, Whitey, why'd your hair go white?
Фига себе ты быкуешь. Та за шо? Та за шо? Просто кибербуллет на кибербуллинге. Остановитесь. Ну, бабка с короной. Нет. Бухлишка, бухлишка, водичка, бухлишка.
A dream in here.
Never witnessed a seance like this before, let alone participated.
I will guide you. You must first achieve a kind of mental accord. I must ask some questions. You must answer them. It's important you're truthful. Answer from your heart.
Let's begin.
To start with, tell me a memory you have of this woman.
What for?
Do as I ask, please. I need the strongest, most complete memory you have of...
Ciri. The woman's name is Ciri. It was after her time training at Kaer Morhen. After the moment when, Yennefer first called Ciri her daughter. We'd been separated. I knew she was in danger. I dreamt of her multiple times. I found her at Stygga Castle. She'd gone there to free Yen and gotten herself captured in the process. They wanted to hurt her. I remember fighting side by side with Ciri on stairs slippery from blood. It was the first time she ever deflected a crossbow bolt with her sword. Told her never to try it again.
These memories, they're intense. Do you wish to continue?
I have more to say.
Then please do.
I accepted a job once. Did it. Asked to choose my reward, I invoked the law of surprise. Never thought I'd actually meet the child promised to me at that time. Years later, I was in the Brokilon Forest. Happened on a girl there. Didn't know who she was. The Dryads wanted to keep her, turn her into one of their own. But the Waters of Oblivion, they failed in her case. Ciri came out of Brokilon with me. I sent her back to her grandmother then. But already, I felt bound to her.
By destiny.
By something more.
Thank you. Would you be willing to share another memory?
Yes.
No need to rush. We have time.
Ciri was orphaned during the Second War with Nilfgaard. Had no idea what to do with a young girl. So I did what I would have done with a boy and took her to Kaer Morhen. Figured some physical training, sword work, development of her stamina couldn't hurt. I remember her standing on a crumbling wall. A stone came loose, she lost her footing. Caught her at the last possible instant. Strongest memory, though, is of her coming out of her room one day, wearing a dress and claiming she was indisposed. Knew then that Ciri was maturing. It was unavoidable. I was lost in the face of that.
I see. Do you wish to tell me anything more?
No. Let's continue.
You claim the woman has abilities. Tell me about them.
She's a child of the Elder Blood.
A descendant of bloody Falka. The rebel burned at the stake. The prophecies claim the world's destroyer will be born of the Firebrand's cursed blood.
Pure legend.
Know when a legend transforms into prophecy? When it gains believers. I think you're right to be reticent in talking about the woman. I see. Do you wish to say more?
Yeah, there's something else. They call Ciri the Lady of Space and Time. Once I asked Yennefer why. She travels between worlds. Turns out I don't know how to talk about it. Didn't really understand much of what Yen told me. I just know there's more to it than traveling to different places, and that Ciri carries immense power in her blood.
I see. Do you wish to say more?
No. Can we start?
Naturally. I knew you cared about her. But your tone, the emotions you so carefully conceal.
Let's continue, please.
Make yourself comfortable and try to relax. You must take my hand and talk of Ciri. Tell me where you think she might be. Who could be at her side?
If Ciri couldn't find me, I'm sure she would have looked for another friend.
Who do you mean?
Maybe Dandelion. They liked each other a lot. dreamt of a swallow at first. After that, just nightmares.
At times the dreams can multiply. Show the past as well as the future.
The swallow. It symbolizes Ciri. She contacted Dandelion. I didn't know he was in town.
The poet. Heard about him. Someone left him the Rosemarian Time in their will.
The Rosemarian Time? Where's that?
As you enter the city through the red light district, you come upon a bridge. The Rosemary is just past it.
Dandelion inherited a brothel?
So I've heard.
Thanks for your help.
Вот так вот.
Good luck, Witcher. I hope you find
Чисто
your Ciri.
мастер расследований. Ой. Погнали. Говорится, хочешь что-то узнать? Погнали в бордель. Ой, а? О, что, спиздить карту для гвинта?
Not hungry, not thirsty.
Вещь. Так. Сейчас здесь.
What are you serving?
Надо пивасик весь продать. Он нам нахрен не упал. Рыба опять тоже. Блин, я смотрю этот хавчик, мне так есть хочется. Вино из Боклера тоже. Все это нахрен продаем. Еще барахло надо на самом деле раскрафтить.
Farewell.
Что? Ебать, вы еще орете. Заодно пойдем побазаримся с Чиликом по пути нам. Нет, его.
I'm here about the contract.
Oh, well, a night patrol got massacred. Tough men, the lot, armed to the teeth. A beast, must be.
Must? What makes you say that?
If you've seen the corpses.
Let's talk about my pay first. I know what my services are worth.
Не, ну конечно минимум 300-очка.
Well, that's better, but still too much.
Если много, ну давай 95.
Well, that's better, but still too much.
Дима, ну давай 285.
Well, that's better, but...
Какая ты скотина. 270 мое последнее слово. Все.
All right.
Ладно,
I believe I can pay you that. Provided, of course, that you do well.
What did the corpses look like?
I've not seen
Реально
anything
жадный.
like it in my life, and
Мог
I've
бы
seen a lot
300
of
баксов за
corpses.
фисинга дать.
Ever heard talk of folk who died in the deserts of Zerrikania? From
Все
the
знают, что
heat
300
alone?
баксов. Зажал.
These corpses came straight out of those tales.
Bodies buried yet? Where?
Orders were to burn them. Our medic was to take a look first. Talk to him. He's at the docks now.
See what I can do.
We'll pay you. The boys and me, we pulled what we
The
had
boys.
for a reward.
No. Said I'd come to the wrong place. But he sells dumplings now.
Jonas swore it was Hattori's handiwork, and with a warranty.
What a prick. I like this one's
Ой.
What do you have on offer?
Redanian dumplings, speciality of the house, heartily recommended. Blimey. A vat gun in my establishment? It can't be.
How do you know I'm a witcher?
You joking? Silver blades, who else uses them? Crafted in Mahakam, am I right? Must be about 40 inches long?
An elven sword expert. You must be Ibir Hattori.
Ah, indeed. I am.
Geralt of
Indeed.
Rivia. Heard a lot of good things about you.
A pleasure, Geralt. How might I help you? Care to try a dumpling?
Что-то затестим его вареничек. Ля-ля-ля-ля. Да-да.
Tasty.
Glad to hear it. Anything else I can do for you?
Looking for a good swordsmith. No one?
3 swords on your back. A bit much, don't you think?
Good one. But all jests aside, you make swords anymore?
Really. It's dumplings now. I must make a living. But I miss the hammer, anvil, and bellows. Oh, the heat of the forge. Were it not for that swiving Van Horn.
Don't know what you're talking about.
I shan't greet a witcher with dumplings. Come, let me show you something.
Quite a collection. Premium quality, too.
Thank you. I've kept these as mementos.
Damn shame you don't make them anymore. I'd gladly replace what I have with this kind of steel. Someone with your skills? Why the hell are you needing dough?
This might surprise you. The pay is better. But above all, it's much safer. Food vendors rarely disappear or end up as cripples.
I see. Someone controlling Novigrad's smithing market?
Not officially, though all supplies go through Ernst Van Horn. And they say he plays cards with Cleaver. Frequently.
Ernst Van Horn. Who's that?
Modest beginnings. A small dockside workshop. However, he proved extremely ambitious. He knew he could not compete with other swordmakers on skill alone, so he resorted to other methods.
Other methods?
A bit of slander here, buying business debt cheaply and taking over there. And whenever the competition was a ploughing non-human, he'd accuse them of being Havocars.
Is that how he did you in?
I did not give up without a fight. I went to Town Hall, negotiated. Alas, it was all in vain. He'd already enlisted Cleaver's protection, and in Novigrad, few dare get in Cleaver's way.
Tried negotiating? Making a deal?
With Van Horn? Do you jest? He's a proper heartless bastard. Either play by his rules and pay him, or go out of business.
I see.
But I shan't complain. Dumplings have proven an excellent source of income. It's just... well...
You miss the heat of the forge. Tried getting supplies from someone else?
Those rogues of the underworld control all the sources. How am I to talk to them? Unless... would you be willing to help me?
Want me to help you get you supplies? How?
Just come with me to a meeting. As my bodyguard, it'll bolster my confidence. Truth be told, not so long ago, I tried negotiating some iron deliveries with one of the King of Beggars' men.
Right. King wouldn't worry about an embargo Cleaver imposed.
It's just... he demanded an inordinately large share of the profits. I thought you might help me negotiate. I don't mean gratis. I'm certain we can agree on a fee.
Could I Choose something from your collection?
Oh, forget this rubbish. I shall forge you a sword fit for killing gods.
I don't know. Criminal underworld. Not really sure I want to meddle with them.
I badly need your help. Van Horn is a Van Horsen. He must be taught a lesson. I'd be eternally grateful. Plate armor, yours. Or perhaps you'd like a catapult or a trebuchet.
Fine. Arrange the meeting.
Splendid. Meet me after dark, near the crane at the docks.
Это мы потом будем делать.
Now you...
Cost you double in the ground.
I'll never let your kind in, no grandpapa.
Ты.
I'll never come back, you stinking stagges.
All we wanted was...
Don't give a flying fuck.
О, наш старый добрый дружище.
Next time I'll rip your fucking legs off and shove them up your ass till you've toes for teeth.
Золотинич подъехал.
Get out in the nick of time, as always.
Zoltan, with your boot to someone's ass, as always. Who were those men?
Local colour. I wasn't gone more than a moment. Long enough for them to turn our home into theirs. All right, time for some spring cleaning. I've got to boot them all out. Care to join me?
With pleasure.
Ау.
Rumble time!
Reminds me of a piece of war. Eh?
Yeah, was like we never left Verdun.
Told you this place. I'm pleased. That went well. Now we can greet each other like the gods ordained. Ages, pal.
Hey, Zoltan. You look good.
Training plenty lately. What with the war on, no Mahakaman meat to be found, but Redanian lagers standing in just fine.
Говорит, с утреца 3 кружечки светлого для настроения.
Something worrying you?
Вечерком 2 темного для фигуры. И вообще нормально.
It's about Ciri. I know she came to Novigrad. Might still be here.
You mean she's come back? I'll be damned. I wonder if I'd recognize her. How many years is it now? 6, 7? But what'd she be doing here?
Hiding, probably. She might be in danger.
See her in your dreams?
Couple times. Her and the Wild Hunt.
Oh, not good.
Not at all, but I know she came here and contacted Dandelion.
We've a wee problem then.
Where's Dandelion?
I'd like to know that myself. Maybe he could explain what the hell's going on. I just barely returned, as you saw. Expecting to come home to a hot like a boar and some cold ale. And what do you find instead? A shite storm. Dandelion gone, the tavern chock full of bums. Haven't a clue what happened.
Let's look around. Might find something that'll put us on his trail.
Prime idea. I say we start on the ground floor. It's where he sat and wrote.
From the finest vineyards, every last one.
Who one knows the fruit? Aha! A note from a grateful muse.
Reading someone else's letters.
My visage red and hot, I plunged into purest ecstasy, imbibing its nectar. Your dexterous digits on my soul's yearning chords.
Понял.
Annual balladry contest. Silver laurel awarded to Master Dandelion.
Prince Hereward himself did the honours, and the feast afterwards, to celebrate the laureates. Dandelion taught the swine to yodel, and I... another time.
10 barrels of Toussaint Dry, 5 cases of sodden triple mead. Nothing here.
No, that's exactly what we're looking for. It's his planner.
Huh. Dandelion and planning? Good one. Besides, anything he wrote here probably had a special system. Chaos only he could ever decipher. Actually, in the past, sometimes not even that.
Give him a chance. Might not be that bad. Seems when he inherited this fine establishment, it came with some fine responsibilities. Bookkeeping among them. He also made a habit of noting down the times of his meetings, official and private. So, who'd he been seeing of late? Ah, here it is. Seems he's only been meeting women of late, the dog.
Zoltan, please. You really want to track down the women Dandelion's been wooing? Most likely all angry women by now.
Got any better ideas? Besides, Dandelion's a babbler. We're sure to know something of his doings. We should divide these somehow. Perhaps... fuck it. I'll ask the lassies in my half, you interrogate the ones in yours. Suit you?
Zoltan, wait. This is in verse.
And you figure that's unnatural because...
Wonderful. Meet me back here when you're done. Share our findings.
Right you are. Need to do a wee bit of tidying before I go. Cannot stomach the idea of coming back to this mess. And you'd be wise to read your bit before you scurry off. If you need anything, I'll be next door.
Так. Дневник ключика.
Still here? Looking for something?
Just checking to see that everything's in place. Buggers might have hauled something off for pawning.
Actually, glad you're still here. Wanted to ask you about someone. Though well she knows the touch of silken lace, she shuns not straw when gripped in lust's embrace.
Molly. Keeps things tidy for the Baroness Lavalette.
A baroness within reach and he settled for a chambermaid?
Dandelion's not one to judge folk by their station. You know that. Like he says, in the alcove, we're all equals.
Yeah. Guess a true poet observes life in all its aspects, examines it from all perspectives. If I didn't know him better, I'd say he was jealous about this Marabella.
Oh, I doubt it. Former pupil. And well, the tales he told me about her.
Doubt I want to hear them.
Probably better off not. Things between them took a turn for the strange at some point.
Meaning?
She had him wearing mummers' costumes. Took to calling him Christian, referring to herself as Anastasia.
Huh, truly perverse.
He didn't ken half
Есть
of it.
отсылочки.
Called him a stallion once. That's the fool took it as a compliment. Till she pulled a bit of reins into her cupboard. Poor bastard fled out the window.
Vespula. Name rings a bell. She threw his knickers out the window.
That's her.
Hollered something about him being a scoundrel with a voice like a consumptive pheasant.
That's her.
Threw flower pots at him.
Guess soul flames never die.
Like a rose abashed of its crimson hue, fair Rosa would sink into humor's blue. She shunned her lessons in civility, to swing her dwarf with agility. Dwarf. Never suspected he'd be so humble.
Dwarfs what Rosa var Atre named her Guihir. Well chosen, eh?
All right. But Var Atra?
He is.
Wouldn't say that. Had a brief conversation with him at the palace in Vizima.
Well, then you've a good notion of the kind of bloke he is. Commissioned Dandelion to tutor Rosa and her sister in the art of rhetoric. But we, Rosa, preferred swordplay.
How dare she reject the great bard in favor of a common swordmaster?
More than one, it seems. Week on week, we get fresh gossip about her thrashing another instructor. So bad he resigns. Word has it Hada is now looking to hire her next.
A figure most rare, her nature dual. Look deep in her eyes or be made a fool. Well, well, seems fascinated with this one.
Not without reason. Never been much for elven women myself, but this one's exceptional. Dare say Francesca Finderbeard be jealous.
You want to take this one, then?
Nah, you can have her.
Why?
See, elven beauty is like a young Beauclair wine, whereas I prefer vodka straight up.
Well, know about all I wanted to know. Thanks for your help.
А я все больше повод, говорит. Ну чё? Интересно, точно.
I will get you every last copper, with interest. Give me a week, please.
Horson's no banker. He's an honest man. You pay on time, you get protection. You don't pay.
No.
Help!
What you hollering for, stupid what? What are you hoping for? A knight in shining armour?
Close enough.
Keep out of this, Greyhead, not your concern.
Take this coin and leave.
That ain't how it works. Vespula's to pay or be taught a lesson.
Already given her a verbal reprimand. Now go, before I teach you a lesson.
Come on. Gold's gold.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. To think there are men who'll help a stranger out of the kindness of their hearts.
Not entirely out of kindness, and you're not entirely a stranger.
What are you... Oh, I know you. You're that witcher took Dandelion out whoring. Gerald, right?
Not Gerald. Geralt.
Oh. Dreadful sorry.
What do you think? Where could Dandelion be?
Probably out whoring. That horse pheasant. That lying scoundrel.
Ouch. What did he do to get your goat?
Same thing as ever. Prize bullshitter came back, saying it was till death do we part this time. And no more than a week passed before I spotted him in Harbourside, strolling with some trollop on his arm.
Жральдинья виски, говорит.
All those questions about the washerwomen at the bathhouse, then this. I beat him,
Geraldinha.
and threw him out on his ear.
This woman he was with in the harbor. Who was she?
Claimed she was his niece from Kovir. Ha! Horvir, more likely. Corset so tight her eyes were popping out her head. His too, come to think of it. An artist or a whore doesn't much matter as they're one in the same.
Thanks for your help. Listen, when I find Dandelion, anything I should tell him?
No. I mean, tell him he's a two-faced snake, but it would be nice if he dropped by.
Вот сейчас друг, для тебя контент будет. Все как ты любишь.
I'm a friend of Dandelion's, looking for Elial.
You've come to the right spot. How might I be of service? Need something shortened? Patch your trousers, darn your socks.
You Elial?
Yes. Now pick your jaw up off the floor.
Sorry, I thought Elial was one of Dandelion's girlfriends.
Oh, so it's that. Wait here.
Сука.
Any better?
So you're...
Elial.
Did you and Dandelion... I mean... How did you two meet?
I met him one night in a tavern. He was blind drunk.
И что было дальше?
What happened?
What do you think? We spoke.
That's it.
I'm not sure what you're getting at, but I should make one thing clear. Men don't interest me. Told him that as well. Luckily, Dandelion's an open-minded fellow. We had a lovely evening. He became a loyal customer afterwards.
Dandelion visit your shop often?
I tried many times to talk him into a decent doublet. Sadly, he'd only come in to get a button rear fixed or a hole patched.
When did you last see him?
Some time ago. He brought in one of Zoltan's jerkins, insisted I sew on an extra pocket. Odd as requests go, I had the distinct feeling he'd actually come to talk.
What did you and Dandelion talk about? He asked about anything in particular?
Let me think. Had an ordinary chat, really. Although, indeed, he did keep asking about Kalkstein. If Dandelion and I hadn't laid our cards on the table at the start, I might have suspected he had a history with the alchemist. He spoke like a lovesick beau. In fact, he desperately wished to meet with him.
Kalkstein's in Novigrad? Wouldn't mind seeing him myself.
You're too late, I fear. The witch hunters nabbed him recently, burned him at the stake in Hierarch Square. But as he perished, ooh, the goings-on, impressive. Fiery beasts circled his pyre, then rose into the sky and exploded to form letters.
Really? What did they spell?
Radovid sucks flaccid cock.
Thanks for your help, and nice to meet you.
I can help with much more. If you need new trousers or a vest, you know where to find me.
Это просто тролль 3000. Помянем Калькштейна. Это был, помнишь, не знаю, в первой части был такой алхимик, когда ты в Изиму приезжаешь. Что, пресс F, как говорится. Так. Куда нам и дальше пойдем? Пойдем сюда, заактивируем здесь квест. Раз уж мы, что называется, вышли. Бабка, подвинься. Калькстейнеры. Да что ж такое сегодня? Пробило меня на кашель опять.
Don't like folk wandering around here.
Oh yeah? Well, got a beast you need someone to get rid of? I'm here about the notice.
Supervisor Lund posted it. Yeah, a beast haunts the outskirts, murdering folk. Got them scared to leave their homes after dusk.
I aim to hunt down this monster.
Best hurry then, some other bloke's already after it.
When did you find the last victim?
Just last night. Hubert, a beggar, but a decent man. I'd let him sleep in the shed from time to time. That one on the right. Eustace hasn't come for the corpse yet. It's lying in there where I found it.
Any eyewitnesses to these attacks?
No, just the bodies. Beast appears only at night. Chooses isolated victims.
Who took the contract?
Didn't see the man. Was just told some brave fool turned up.
Thanks. So long. Not the marks of a Garcane or a Fletter. Blood, but not human. Monster was wounded. Blood's all sucked out. A lesser vampire.
Так. Ага. Окей, босс.
You go your way, I'll go mine.
Пацаны копают.
Mouth's dry as a stockfish.
Tracks end here. Ought to look for prints on the other side. Rat corpses. Not a drop of blood left in them. Gotta be an Ekimara.
Careful, she's strong.
Greetings, Lambert.
Damn, it's good to see you, Wolf.
Mr.
Decide to
Lambert.
do some hunting in Novigrad? For as I remember, you never liked this city.
Still don't. The thing is, I got a certain matter to take care of.
The matter you mentioned. Anything I can help with?
Maybe. But we'll talk about that later. Got a reward to collect. I'm kinda in a hurry. Let's say you've earned half. What the hell?
Join you for that later. Wait up for me?
Fine, but try not to take too long. Know where the supervisor has his office?
Yeah, had a chat with the guardsman outside it. See you there.
Лутаем пока. Все, что не прикручено. Классик. F5.
Let's collect our reward.
So?
What do you think? We did what we had to do. Time to pay up.
Wait here, I'll go see the supervisor, get your reward.
Do that ourselves. No reason you should abandon your post.
Can't argue with reason. Go on in.
We dealt with the monster at the docks. Here for our reward.
Witches? Since when do you travel in pairs?
A lot of dangers lie in wait for a lone witcher. Bandits, for example.
I advise you to change your tone.
Where's Yad Karadin? Talk.
Who?
Trust me, Geralt, this is important. There's something I gotta know.
I do not know any Karadin. Take your coin for the before and bugger off, before I lose my temper.
Where's Yad Karadin? Asking you for the last time.
Guards! To the dungeon with them!
Ля, подрапал. Ну да, а мне с челиками разбираться, как обычно. Добрый вечер. Но! Минус голова. Красиво. А сундук-то это полутать хочу.
This guy's more trouble than the Ekimara.
The Karadin's disappeared, I swear. The others too. I only know of Vienne.
What about Vienne?
She drinks at the Seven Cats. There day and night.
See? You can be helpful.
Yeah.
That was murder. Was that really necessary?
Yes. More guardsmen will show soon. Let's go. Meet me at the Seven Cats. Tell you everything there.
The Tavern Vienne frequents?
Yeah, see you later.
Брух, просто брух. Бать, там что-то мечей наваливает. Понял. The fuck? Все нормально, что я карта на секунду не ебнулась. Ля, какой влом.
All right, high time you explain some things. Why'd you kill Lund? What's this all about?
Want the short version or the long one?
Let me hear the whole thing.
I had a friend. Aiden was his name.
Блин, лошадь, съебись, ты чё пришла? А, ну ладно.
Fucking hilarious. I met him soon after I'd accepted a contract with a curse from the ogre.
Плотва!
Aiden had been hired to kill it. He was a witcher from the School of the Cat.
Ой, блядь.
As far as I remember, the ogre was killed in the end.
Yeah. After it gutted my employer, we really didn't have a choice. I cut a deal with Aiden. We joined forces, split the reward for killing the ogre between us. After that, we worked together a lot. Hands down the best man I'd ever met. I mean, I like you, you know that. Still, no comparison.
What happened to him?
Some time ago, Aiden took on a contract to lift a curse off a duke's daughter. It was a political mess from the start. Then there was hatred for the School of the Cat to deal with.
They worked hard to deserve that hate. Basically turned hired assassins.
Aiden wasn't like that. Anyway, some of the Duke's courtiers had designs. Weren't at all keen on the curse being lifted from the Duke's firstborn. So a band of trained assassins ambushed Aiden. Murdered him. Our dear supervisor was one of them.
And Yad Karadin?
The assassin's leader. And the one to deal the mortal blow.
Sorry about your friend.
Don't need your sympathy. Just your help. We have to talk to Vienne. Must have had enough to drink by now. Let's go.
Vienne.
What do you want?
We want to see Yad Karadin.
Now, why would I help you?
It's really important to my friend here.
And what will I get out of it?
Pay for your beer, for starters. Then we'll see how valuable your information is.
Чисто такие горки
I was part of
героина.
Karadin's band.
Что там?
But when was that? I don't know where to find him. I've fallen out with a lot. Besides, he's no longer chummy with his old mates. Word around town is he's changed.
Karadin's changed? What do you mean?
He's dropped all his old connections. Stopped taking on petty killings. He's hidden himself away in some hole. Must be planning something big.
Who else was in Karadin's band?
Aside from me, Sleaze, Hammond and Lund, but they've scattered all over the world. Sleaze went to Tretogor, Hammond to Skellige, and Lund...
Lund's dead.
Finally met his match. Well, you've only Hammond or Sleaze to talk to then.
What about you? What's your story?
Scoia'tael. Unit was decimated, so I joined Karadin. They never treated me as an equal. No. I could hit a sparrow from 100 paces, but I was never good enough for Karadin. He always preferred that cunt Sleaze.
You have a hand in the murder of the Witcher Aiden?
Perhaps. I don't remember.
We need information about Hammond.
Karadin's right-hand man once. When the band broke up, he went back to Pharaoh whence he had come. He's a pirate now. Even the Jarls treat him with respect.
This, Sleaze. Where can we find her?
She's done well for herself. Runs a brothel in Tretogor, the kind rich men frequent. Whores suck information out of them. Then she sells it.
Name of this brothel?
The Black Lily. Sleaze always did have horrible taste.
Satisfied?
She doesn't know anything. We need to talk to Hammond and Sleaze.
Don't go looking for Karadin.
If he senses you nipping at his heels, he'll kill you without batting an eye.
We'll see. As for you...
Do whatever you think's right, Lambert. Not here to preach morals.
Do what you think is right. Only one thing worse than cold-blooded murder. Hypocrisy. Informers, racist snitches.
Vienne, bloody hell, what is it?
They've come for me, Baron. I told you someone would, sooner or later.
Несете.
Shit.
Блять. Пацаны, да и просто ж поговорили, чё вы? Хуяно летит. Алло. А, я смогу теперь так делать, я и забыл. Пизда вам, черти ебаные.
You gotta help me, Geralt. Best thing will be to split up. You sail to Skellige, try to squeeze something out of Hammond. I'll go to Tredegor and meet with Solis.
Where'll we meet once I'm back?
At the Nowhere Inn.
All right, I'm off. Good luck.
Да, я такой. Крутой ведьмак.
Wanted. Cradle, used but unworn. Need a bow to accompany me to a friend's wedding. Willing to trade a leaky pot for a cart? Who writes these notices? Need a witcher?
Any bloke willing to kill a monster, a witcher would do.
Monster? What kind?
Big, bad, up. If you're interested, drop by the Garren estate. Ask for Olgaid von Everek. He's the one ordered this posted.
Да, но это мы сделаем чуть-чуть попозже. Что-то это DLC. И там с 30-го левела аж у нас что-то 13-й. Так. Что у нас интересного дальше? Так. О, пошли там тогда по нарастающей по квестам. Чё можно? Да, давай сюда.
No loitering round here.
Greetings, Master.
Hear about the contract. Really got an imp problem? Or is that just an imp perfection in the notice?
You ought not jest, Master Witcher. I know the creatures are only to exist in fairy tales, yet I saw one with my own eyes as it stole from my stall.
All right. So what's this imp look like?
Like a mean, fat cat, but a very large one. This tall, see? And it walked upon its hind paws.
What did it swipe from you?
Once it was bread, then a fish, then apples. Might not seem like much, but add it together and the business suffers. And I'm hardly alone in being pestered. It's nicked something from every stand in the square. So, will you teach it a lesson with your silver sword?
Make it worth my while and I will. Demand for witchers is high, supplies low. I pick and choose my contracts these days.
A bit much, but a compromise is
Еще один,
in
блин.
sight. bit much, but...
Да скотина какая.
A bit...
Что ты чавкаешь? Ну, 250.
Fine negotiation on your
Ой,
part,
блядь.
master.
Сука, такие жадные все.
Relax, I'll help you. Small businesses are the foundation of
Ну
a
реально
healthy
торгаши
economy.
сраные,
So
блин.
on and so on.
Thank you, Master Witcher. I don't know if this will be of use, but most recently the thief leapt over that wall and ran into a passageway. It was the last I saw of him and a few of my wares.
My, what a freak.
Merchant was right. Actually does look like a giant cat. Looks like the imp dropped some loot. Another track.
Ебать ты. Все.
From now on, assume your every move's observed.
Drop down into the moat. Trail ends here.
Все, понял тебя.
Elven blood, eh?
Door's wide open. Interesting. A letter? Well. Our imp's at least literate, if not outright educated. A Doppler. Explains a lot, and complicates matters. Need a good lead to track him down. A woman's blouse, a man's shirt, a child's shoes, but only one bed. Lavender, strong scent. Enough to track him down.
No one asks me most about no
Rare sight. An elf and a guard of the Eternal Fire having a friendly chat.
Friendly? Nothing further from the truth. This racist here has demanded to search me, for no reason at all.
You's a non-human, I need no other reason. Lucky I didn't find anything on you. Now piss off to the woods, go play your flute.
That was some pretty bad acting. Really ought to explore other career options. Petty theft, maybe.
You dare insult an officer on duty? Let me give you some advice, mutant.
Look who's talking. I know you're a Doppler and a kleptomaniac.
Merchants put out a contract on me.
Yeah.
Always the same old shit.
Hey, wait.
Really want to see an angry Witcher. Do you?
А вот это уже нечестно. Ля.
Damn, I look old.
Понял тебя, извини.
Come on.
Ай, ёпта.
Please, stop. I surrender.
Might be able to look like a witcher, but that won't make you fight like one.
You're donning your skins enough to know what kind of man you are, what you feel.
I don't kill him, true. But then not everybody applies my rules, and not everyone's got my conscience. So start stealing somewhere else. Far from Novigrad, preferably. Golden age of Dopplers ended here a while ago.
I know, but I thought they'd not catch me. I thought myself too smart. Serves me right. Might have learned this lesson the hard way. Time to go. Somewhere far away. But first, take this as a token of my gratitude. So long, Witcher.
Салам пополам. Что он мне дал? Ой, я да. Поебало. Ну я. А, 200 крон. Окей. Пацаны, а можно пройти? Ля. Гномы кибербулят меня. Сейчас еще мудила этот развъебывается. Ой. Давай, рассказывай.
Greetings, master.
Problem solved. Convinced the imp to go back to the countryside to tangle horse manes and piss in milk, as tradition ordains.
And how would I know you speak the truth? No trophy, no reward.
There better be one, or you'll feel the invisible hand of the market smack you so hard you won't be able to sit down for a week.
I'll give you half the agreed sum, no more. And I'll not do business with you again.
Вот же мудила, а. Пошел ты нахер. Отвратительно, просто отвратительно. Так, вот чё? Вот можно сюда и потом пройтись до наших девчоночек. Чуть-чуть поговорить. Сегодняшний наш план хотя бы долететь до крыжовник, терки, сладкой, сирени. И можно пойти в Глид, я думаю.
Kingfisher.
Master Dandelion's poetry. The Kingfisher preen, then fell in the latrine. Know it?
Yeah. Also know the one about Princess Annie, who drowned in the River Fanny.
Yes.
Looking for a...
Then you're in the right place.
Sure, let's play.
Как же я мастерски всех обыгрываю Гвинт, вау! Ой. Кто мог подумать? Так. Плюп. Пивасик. Сейчас бы пивасика бы... Кто бы задонатил на пивасик? Никто. Потому что никого нет. А? Так, окей. Это так, формальность. Погнали. Кстати, что у нас там? Правда, вроде пока нормально еще. Живем, хилимся, живем. Пойдем сначала с Розой поговорим, мне нравится там этот квест. В целом прикольно.
luck. Writhing and slippery, the bugger was quick as a tomcat. Scrambled out the hole in the back wall.
Sounds like it might have been an acrobat.
Maybe so. Both misses are fond of freaks. What do you want?
Rosavar Atra's expecting me. Supposed to give her lessons in swordplay.
Come with me. Miss Rosa awaits.
Сейчас мы по жопе девки даем мечом деревянным.
Miss Rosa's got a downright beastly temper. Shows no mercy once you grab a wooden one. Take care not to hurt the little miss. The ambassador follow me.
Давай, пошли. Не бойся.
You're my new instructor. Well, Papa clearly went out of his way this time. Wood, to start with. I must know your worth.
Ой, а как так? Ой, ой. И. На. По жопе. И еще по жопе. Так. Да не киберхуй. Да, божи. А вот так как мы еще умеем. И чё? Та, бля, ша.
Well fought. You're much better than the last one.
I'm not actually your swordplay instructor.
Really? Then who are you? And how on earth did you get in?
I'm a witcher. I'm looking for...
A witcher? That's splendid. I always wanted to meet a witcher. This is so exciting.
Incredibly. But we ought to discuss that another time. Came to ask about your rhetoric tutor, Dandelion.
Rhetoric tutor? Good one. That is why Papa hired him, but not at all what the bard had in mind. He mostly played his lute and sang for us. I believe he thought he was wooing.
Mean he wasn't? But you had some sort of relationship?
If you call him chasing after me a relationship. Even so, there was nothing between us. Seems my sisters had a bit of fun at our expense. But enough chatter. Stand and fight. I demand a rematch.
What? Lost your nerve?
Stop blowing and fight. Why bother with two swords?
Реально девка какая-то решила. Подтягаться с ведьмаком. 99 уровень, так сказать. Да. Ша.
Come on, come closer.
Ну все, давай уже сдавайся. Да, по жопе. Вот тебе и феминизм, блин.
Certainly be one. Fancy giving me a few private lessons?
Can't rightly refuse a request from a lady.
What are you two lovebirds whispering about?
О, пришла, блин.
My relationship with Dandelion? Well, here's the mix-up's mastermind. Edna var Atra, the greatest mischief maker north or south of the Yaruga.
Wait a minute. Mean to say Dandelion mixed you two up?
On occasion, yes. But then Rosa would quickly set him straight. If you'd shut your catty mouth for a moment, dear little sister, I could explain. Edna sent Dandelion some love letters. She signed my name. Conceited as he is, naturally he fell for it. I was left to repel the aging bard's advances. Rosa, I had the best of intentions, you know that. I felt you needed help taking the first step. You blushed every time he sang a ballad. He'll next sing at your funeral if you don't stop it right now.
Calm down, ladies. No poet's worth two sisters nipping at each other's throats.
Especially not this one.
Listen, I just want to know one thing. Either of you seen Dandelion lately?
Edna might have. I certainly have not. My dear sister, I would never spend time alone with a man for whom you burn with a secret passion. Burn with passion? For one who incessantly praises another woman's talents? Afraid I've more sense than that.
Who'd Dandelion sing about? Know anything about her?
I believe she's a poetess, or Trebaritz. Very skilled and exceptionally talented, of course. But who knows? The bard might have invented her just to make us jealous. Pitiful chorister. I'd say it worked. You've gone all red in the face just talking about it.
Как же не спорят.
Your face will be red when I scratch your eyes out.
Да, сваливаем, Геральт.
Been a pleasure, but I've got stuff to take care of.
Сейчас они разойдутся еще на нас.
Exceedingly nice to meet you. Please come again. Well, can I expect any more lessons in future?
Awfully convincing, miss. Wonder where you learned it. Name the time and place.
House here, tomorrow. Same time as today.
See you then.
See you, Master Witcher.
Master Witcher! Да-да, не подкатывай. Нормально же все. Че ты? Я, так сказать, по матерым чародейкам. Руки фехтования. Хотел нет, но ладно. Что там у нас еще тут интересного? Марабелла. Давай сюда. Потом поговорим с Молли, там она нас на скачки позовет. Пойдем скачки выиграем. Мы же мастера. Ух, ебать, паркурим. Як? Так. Ля. Шкиты.
Excuse me. I'm looking for Marabella.
I am she. Wait outside. Class is in session.
I'll wait.
It won't take long. It turns out he'll not come after.
Еще час дождем. Школа карапузов Марабеллы. Ебали меня дверью. Да за шо?
Now can we talk?
Yes. What do you want?
I know you saw Dandelion recently.
Oh, yes. Longest afternoon of my life.
He read you his poems?
No. We perused the illustrated guide to fungi.
Maybe. No. Won't even try to guess why he wanted to do that.
Mold. That was his interest. When his hand abandoned my knee to point at a figure of penicillium, I knew the fire between us had died. Permanently.
Found a poem Dandelion wrote about you.
Really? Horses have always fascinated me. I've always longed to extol their noble beauty. Gee up! A snakely whip rose skyward. Gee-haw! Crack! She reined the beast in. The stallion danced betwixt her thighs. Lather bathed its chinny chin-chin.
Sorry, don't know much.
Да-да, хорошие стихи. Да-да, свиданница. Отлично поболтали. Да-да. Я, пожалуй, пойду. Спирт. Зачем ты держишь спирт в школе, поехавшая? Хотя, как еще по-другому быть учителем, непонятно. Так, ну погнали эту штуку еще. Сейчас, ой, сейчас будет. Чуть Resident Sleeper, но потерпите. Потерпите.
This Baronet's Lavalettes villa.
Shouldn't interest you. The Baroness don't mingle with just anyone.
Don't worry. I'm here to see your chambermaid, Molly.
Out of the way. Baroness is riding now. Be gone.
Где мод на Дмитрия Нагиева? Да, я уже делаю его потихонечку.
Greetings, Witcher. Must admit it's curious to see you here. I don't quite believe in.
Ой, сейчас будет не очень приятный разговорчик.
Geralt of Rivia, slayer of monsters, and my son.
You're right, General. My visit's no accident. I'm looking for someone.
There's no one here who wishes to see you. Captain, this man is not to enter. Forgive me, Morvran, but I've lost my appetite for the races.
Ой, ой, обиделся. Ну, подумаешь, да, убил сына, ну что бывает? Там война была, там туда-сюда, кто ж разберет?
Looking for a girl named Molly. Heard she works here.
I fear your information's out of date. Molly no longer works here.
Seem to know who Molly is. You also know she doesn't work here anymore. Know where I can find her, maybe?
This time of day? Probably sipping punch and considering which horse to bet on.
Not in the mood for jokes.
I jest you not. After Arian's demise, Luis's nephew came to pay his respects. Got one glance of Molly and, well, they wed soon after. They now await his inheritance. With the Baroness's son dead, the estate...
Интересно, а если выбрать, что ты не убивал ее сына во второй части, то Молли станет этой? Интересно. Надо будет прогуглить потом.
All right, so where'll I find the newly minted Lady Latar?
Our dear little Molly has a new passion, horse racing. To my knowledge, she should be at Countess Vegelbud's villa right now. That's exactly where I'm going. Since you stripped me of Louise's company, perhaps you'd agree to come along.
Блин, Дмитрий Нагиев вроде герой. Конечно, да.
On our way then.
Сука. Не, просто интересно, она именно станет тоже... Она тоже богатой станет? То есть это No Matter What она богатой становится или нет? Наверное, да.
Nice place.
Типа там только зависит, ну, типа, будет ли она расстроена или нет, видимо.
All the same to me. Call each one I ride Roach.
Strange. The grey is Cantarella, sired by Cahir, the champion from Vol.
Yeah. Gray's a good color. Even looks good on horses.
My coin's on the Black Stallion, Nemrod, purest Nilfgaardian stock.
Surprised he didn't salute you, General. Seem to know your horses.
I find them to be far more honest than men. Must say, I'm curious how you manage in the saddle, Witcher.
Mostly just try to stay in it.
What would you say to a little race?
Not what I came here for.
Don't make me beg, Witcher. Tell you what, win and I shall give you my finest saddle. Made in Nilfgaard proper of beautifully tanned leather.
Ну да, походу, не имеет значения. Блин, на самом деле, вот я сколько раз проходил там, раза 3 проходил второго Ведьмака. Я не понимаю, как его убедить сдаться, вообще хер пойми. Его легче отпиздить там в начале игры. Хотя там, в принципе, с ним, ну, с ним не самый простой бой, но все-таки. Я на самом деле даже не знал, что его можно убедить сдаться, пока во третьего Ведьмака не поиграл. Там очень странная тема. Блин, я бы, конечно, сейчас поиграл бы во второго Ведьмака, у него какая-то своя есть. Там, конечно, боевка... Ой, блядь, иди в жопу с этими залипаниями клавиш. Боевка говно из жопы, но... Какая-то есть атмосфера во втором Ведьмаке, именно графически и... Ну там, какая-то музыка, все дела. Просто вот как-то вот атмосферненько игра выглядит. Да даже первый сейчас поиграть по атмосфере. Кстати, нет, вот... Ты попробуй играть во второго Ведьмака, вот там говно и жопа. Если ты в первом, там тебе надо просто кликать по... В тайминг надо кликать, короче, да? То в Ведьмак 2 боевка, это просто укрывайся, ну, типа, перекат туда, перекат туда, перекат туда в основном. Хотя, может, я не очень умел играть тогда, когда был мелким, но в целом... Там именно так. Ты... Особенно если ты фехтование там юзаешь. Таким куча челов ты поет и такой, блядь, а... Ни парирование, ни хера. Ты здесь просто перекатываешься пока, да. Такой хы-хы.
The roach I chose put in a nice run.
Exceptional. I've not lost the race in a while. I congratulate you. That is yours.
Хе-хе.
Ah, look. Lady Latar has just
Плюс
arrived.
седло.
Who?
The woman formerly known as Molly. There she stands.
Right. Thanks.
I shall be here for a time.
Так. Плюс 10 сюда. Подождите-ка. А еще нельзя порофлить на скачке? Хочу еще. Нет, все. Ладно. Побазарим с Молли.
Who do you favor, milady?
Milady!
Decide between the Black Stallion and the Grey.
Milady!
Keep going back and forth, back and forth. Sorry, don't believe we've been introduced.
I'm Geralt.
Geralt! That Geralt! The one Dandelions rescued time and time again.
Как же он наврал про нас. Да-да.
Wouldn't be here if not for Dandelion.
Told me all about your adventures. How he'd ready you for battle with his songs. How he tamed the Kairan by playing his lute.
I meant that literally. Dandelion's why I'm here. Came to ask you.
Правко, Данделайн чисто ты, короче. Пока я пишешь на мечах, ты сидишь такой на гитаре сбоку, трынькаешь там. Майка Гордона играешь, чтобы на ритм задать.
It's been nothing but balls, banquets and other such... What's it? Congregations.
Дворецкий Константин из «Моей прекрасной няни» вместо Золтана, это, конечно, Погчамп. Погчамп. Блять, ты еще рофлишь? Это реально или ты шутишь? Шиш. Нет, если реально, то я уже бегу ставить. Уже лечу.
Any chance you remember your last conversation with Dandelion?
Of course. He came to borrow some coin for a barge.
What? Why do you need a barge?
To take me on a romantic cruise of the canals by the light of the moon. Said there'd be strawberries and that wine with the bubbles, and he'd sing me arias.
You do realize Dandelion doesn't have a sister?
Sure he does. Saw him myself. Funny, she don't look like him at all. Blonde for starters.
Да-да, сестра говорит. Help me, step bro, I'm stuck. Да-да.
But you could see he cares for her. Looks after her. The way he carried her packages and...
These packages.
Ты уже готов? Ты заготовил свои похчампы? Сейчас будет же похчамп скоро.
Yes, yes. Now I remember. She's
К оригазму, точнее, даже лучше готовь.
Sailed in from Kavir.
Заготавливаю.
Family, innit?
Exceptionally. And very loving as well, I'm sure.
If you only knew. Dandelion even wrote a poem for her. To my dearest Calinetta. Or some such. Oh, to have a brother like that.
Thanks, Molly.
Wait. Before you go, I've got a request. Dandelion told me once he'd show me his etchings.
Won't be too hard to convince him. He loves showing off those etchings to anyone he can.
Ля, чисто еще записываем все в блокнотик. Говоришь, подходишь к девушке, говоришь, не хотите ли посмотреть мою коллекцию мотыльков? Ты такой, да-да, мотыльки. Блять. Мне страшно, что там. Я сейчас там открываю, там этот... Как его? Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. Я не удивлюсь. Так, ссылка на мод. Блять. Сука, ну я ведь знал! Ну я ведь знал! Ну я ведь знал! Блять!
Gladly. It's a long way to go. It ought to seem shorter with some company.
I'd say the same. Well then, let's...
Но в глубине души я надеялся, что там кто-то сделал такой мод.
And here we are. Thank you for your company.
Likewise. See ya.
А ты где кастомные ссылки делал? Так. Златиниславский. Я понял. Понял, извини. Извинись, говорит. Так, что вы... Блять, вот реально, как вы, блять, не научитесь? Кто... Блять, это хороший... Вот идет, блять, вооруженный ведьмак, блять. Кому придет в голову, что хорошая идея напасть, блять, на него? Ну ты нормальный, блять? Сука, та, блять. Клоуны сраные, блин. What the fuck? Просто даже не вспотел. Дезинтегрировал в данной вселенной. Sulfate Rosmarine. Там Золтан прибрался, чё как? О! Смотри-ка. А этот не сидел, сложа руки. Наш дружище. Здорово.
You're back. You met Poppy? She ought to start talking.
Poppy!
Zoltan. Venture to say a mage would have trouble turning that owl into a parrot.
Sure you know me that well? Mark my words, she'll be playing quint with us in no time. But we want to talk about Dandelion.
Реально букля
How'd you do?
пронеслась в эту
Learn
вселенную.
much?
Women on my list hadn't seen Dandelion in a while.
Поттер
Claimed he had been acting strange.
учится балету.
He'd been seeing
Поттер.
someone else. Thing is, Mystery Woman wasn't on my list.
Профессор Дамблдор.
What she supposedly like?
Профессор Дамблдор.
From Kovir.
Это портал.
Troberids, apparently, named Kalanetta or something like that.
That makes it clear as crystal. It's Priscilla. Aye. Must be her.
Who's this Priscilla?
A Troberids, like you said. Quite popular of late. Picture Dandelion with a pair of tits, and you've got the general idea.
Interesting image. So how'd Dandelion handle meeting his female double?
I think he fell in love.
What can I say? Could be he finally met his match.
She's his match, all right. Maybe more. Laddie's head's on fire. Lassie's got him whirling.
All right. Guess we gotta talk to her.
Priscilla works for the Mummers troupe. Reynard and the Foxen. Whenever they're in town, she performs nightly at the Kingfisher.
Mean we've been sentenced to an evening of
Ну
poetry?
что, ты заготовил к оргазмы? Ой, блядь, сейчас будет, сука. Лучший момент игры.
There must be order.
Нужен, давай. Щелкую. Ну шо, поехали. Эшкере. Все, я замолкаю, сейчас будет. Покчамп, Джон Сина, покчамп.
Here already. Come on, let's find some arse rests. Should start soon.
These scars long have yearned for your tender caress, to bind our fortunes. Damn what the stars are. Rend my heart open, then your love profess, a winding, weaving fate to which we both atone. You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. The wolf I will follow into the storm, to find your heart, its passion displaced by our ever-growing stone amidst the cold to hold you in a heated embrace. You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy.
Золотом балдеете.
Violet eyes glistening as you weep. I know not if fate would have us live as one, or if by love's blind chance we've been bound. The wish I whispered when it all began, did it forge a love you might never have found? You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet.
Где-то уже соснутся, блядь, нормальные.
Dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep.
Девочки, я плачу вообще просто. Я плачу. Ля, как красиво. Просто... Клэп-клэп в чат. Геральт аж призадумался. Значит, крацубо. Лучше, блядь. Как же хуярит. Ой, блядь.
I know him!
И шо нахуй?
'Twas him murdered some Temerian boys back at White Orchard.
Silence, woman. We've come to hear music.
A murderer?
There's a war on. Some die.
Oh, please, argue this out elsewhere.
Блядь, ну ясно, все опять засрали.
Squabbles and rows again. And I was told this was a decent establishment.
If I know Geralt, he risked his noggin to save someone else's arse.
Save, you say? He murdered folk.
Don't let him provoke you.
There's the door. Settle this outside.
Come. I wish to listen to music. Music!
Cultural capital of the world? The fuck it is.
Папка, блядь, дай пизду отсюда, сука. Пришла нахуй вылечить. Мы ей жопу спасли. А она, блядь, уебывается. Ну да, я могла бы хотя бы в гвинт выйти, уж что-то пошло.
It's Geralt of Rivia, I know. Dandelion's told me a great deal about you, and I've listened with bated breath. Don't be surprised. After all, doubt I could think of a more fitting subject for a ballad than a witch's love for a sorceress. Or should I say, sorceresses.
Seems Dandelion was meticulous in telling my story, down to personal and insignificant details. Did he offer anything about himself, like where he was going?
Splendid. Very funny, truly. So, see you later.
Not here. Come with me.
Я уж думал, все,
There a
чик-чирикнулось.
reason for all this sneaking around?
An excellent one. When last I saw Dandelion, he told me he was planning a heist. Siggy Reuven's vault.
Sheepdip.
And I've not seen him since.
Dandelion breaking into a vault. I'd sooner expect him to choose a life of celibacy.
True. Forgot to pay for his ride into Passaflora once. Laid awake the next 3 nights worrying about it.
Any idea what got into him? He have debts he needed to pay off?
Claimed he was helping someone. Urgent matter that couldn't wait, he said.
This someone, Dandelion mentioned their name?
No. But if I know Dandelion, it's her name he failed to mention. As he failed to mention her slender waist and ample bosom.
Reuven. What's he like?
Tall, fat, dangerous as hell.
Limp in his gait, left leg.
Sounds like a lame rock troll.
If trolls were devilishly intelligent and had a flair for crime, yeah, I'd agree.
Let me guess. Attempted heist was a failure.
Well, he's not driven up in a gilded carriage laden with jewels, so I should think so. I've asked after him everywhere, but it seems an army of tongue-stealing cats has overrun the city. I learned only that he raised a ruckus at Whoreson Jr.'s lair. Then Whoreson's men chased him all over town.
Whoreson Jr. Doesn't ring a bell.
Biggest prick in Novigrad. Not literally, but...
Got it. You're not a fan. But what did he do to you?
Try the whole town. He's one of 4 bosses who control the city's underworld. The others being Siggy Reuven, Carlo the Cleaver Varese, and the King of Beggars.
The rascal. At least he didn't cross the church as well. Bring that venerable institution into it. We'd be in deep then.
Here I go again, rushing to Dandelion's rescue. He ought to pay me a salary.
Whoever he is, I sincerely doubt he's in the mood for jokes. Nor am I, in fact.
Relax. I'll get him out of this. Gotta talk to this Whoreson first. And Siggy Reuven. Know where I might find them?
I don't know about Whoreson, but Reuven runs a bathhouse. Careful, though. He's a dangerous character.
So am I.
I don't doubt it. But Dandelion's not. I beg you to hurry. Let me know as soon as you learn anything.
Well, we've got bugger all to do here. Heading back to the Rosemary. Got Poppy to feed. And then I suppose I'll wait. See if I'll...
Так.
Come home on his own. Take care now.
Шо? Предлагаю на этом стопнуться. Уже 14 нифига. Пойти разложить в Гвинтарского пару-тройку. А это уже завтра продолжим. Так. Где у нас? Гвинтислав. Нормально.
Все к оружию!
Ну, уже какой-то... Черт какой-то жесткий, походу. Блять, ну нет, ну куда ты вылез? Сука. Кстати, я только сегодня понял, что вот эта карта. В начале раунда переместите эту карту из вброса наверх в своей колоды, добавьте еб. То есть ты каждый ход ее так тянешь. Это, блин, жестко. Это очень жестко. Ну давай, похуй, это портал. Знаешь, что чел там? Какой ранг у тебя? Ну, у меня вот какой там 25-й мы сейчас играем. 25-й получается. Ну, у меня хуйня ранг. Типа там идешь до первого, потом типа, переходишь в ранг про игроков и играешь уже типа как в легенде с про игроками. Ну, до первого идешь. То есть там первый, это последний, потом ты его переходишь, ты типа просто становишься. В каждом, я так понял, типа надо по 5 игр выигрывать в каждом ранге. То есть, ну типа, самый нижний 28-й? 9-й, не знаю, не помню. По-моему, 29-й. Может, 30-й, не уверен вообще. Супер не уверен.
Пальцев не чувствую. Ему морду тоже.
Подожди. Что будет, если я сделаю вот так? Ага, все. Понял. Ну, с этим пока подержи. Туц. Да? Понял. Извини. Имперская мантикора. Я какая?
Береги оружие, а оно бережет тебя.
Мелкого сейчас.
Можно мне лучше на маятник? Я там хорошо управляюсь.
Можем его шотнуть потом, чтобы он бил мелкого, или пока подождать. Хотя что ждать? Ну нам, конечно, хорошо бы этого чела выставить. Завещание. Угу. Дирижабль, ага. $20. Все, конечно. Конечно. Уже можно чуть не пасовать, потому что худять кому-то догонять меня. Можно сейчас... А, ну все, понятно. Молодой поснул. Да, пусть. Эту карту нам вот эту не помешало достать. Сейчас я, наверное, дурака отдам. Ну да. У меня? Нет. Можно сейчас сыграть это, потом что уже не хотел что мне доставать. Точно этого хочу достать сейчас. Что мне? Так, потому что, ну, в основном всегда замес идет в третьем раунде. Плюс ты карты ходишь карт добрать до 10. Тебе каждый ход дают 3 карты. Конечно, мог бы сейчас с ним начать играть. В целом.
Если с ветряком замешкаешься, что саданет.
Вот, ну, чтоб карты как бы не тратить. Преимуществовать. Да, я на третий. Ну, видишь, у нас обычно вот тут он хорошо, он ну, типа очень быстро сдался. Обычно там вот первый раунд идет где-то до 4-3 карт. Ты на втором раунде добираешь 3. Это у тебя получается, допустим, если у тебя было 4, это 7. Ты отдаешь раунд, еще 3 добираешь, и на третий раунд выходишь с 10 картами. То есть как бы идешь в замес в третий раунд по большому счету. Что он думает, не знаю. Вот это бы мне, конечно, было бы достать. Но сейчас на нее придет вот это что-то говно. Вот это я хочу, вот это хочу. Все. Ну, вообще он расстроился, что ли, ушел? Ну, винкодишн это вот это на раунд. Типа за каждого ведьмака бахнуть под конец. Вот этот чел жесткий под винкодишн идет. То есть ты челу просто запрещаешь ставить карты. Остальное просто сетапишь. По большей части нужно застапить больше, чем противника. Все, чел что, расстроился? Он вырубился, походу, от этого. Просто карты горят. Понял тебя. Что происходит? Он же шевелит картами, я ж вижу. Наконец-то. У него там 3 карты где-то сгорело. Это по итогу. Минус 3 ушел по картам. Зачем он это сделал? Да, понятное дело, ну, он должен был что-то... Что он сейчас думает? Он должен забирать раунд. Что он думает? У него карты сгорели, он специально. Тогда бы он сам бы их мог... Ты же можешь сам сжигать карты, по идее. Если так хочется. Ну, то есть, если какой-то план есть. А, понял. Никакого плана у него не было. Чирыкинки, короче, я понял. Ну, видишь, у нас пока там на какой-то момент нам еще плюс даются победы, типа. План петля. План, говорит, я... Хы-хы, чё? Кстати, 6 раундов сезоном событий. Ага, я понял. Окей, 6 раундов. Ну, где все игроки-то, алло? Что такое сезон? Это сезонное событие, интересно. Игроки обмениваются картами в руке после 2 ходов. Ага, сейчас пошел я играть в ваши приколы, конечно. Карточку, плиз! Можно мне оформить? Bound by death. Понял.
Подъем, бездельники! После смерти отоспитесь!
портал. Ну, это плохая рука. Так, не хватает велмета. Велмет.
Опять подо льдом рыбачить.
Дую. Тут с Лешем, смотри. Командир Леш. Да. Задайте и сыграйте духа леса. Ага, фига. Еще. Ага. Так, ебать, это что, потная карточка намечается? Нихуя себе. Обожите. Обожите, мы так не договаривались. Так. Что я хочу? Что я хочу сыграть пока? Семира достать. Но этот придет мне потом. Давай Весемир достанем. Хотя, может быть, он потом... А, у нас есть нейромантия. Да, давай Весемира достанем пока. На будущее нам. Уберем вот этого дурака.
Они крутятся и больно бьют.
Пойдет. Че, Бравкоса, давай аккаунты-то. Там как раз мне нужно, там, чтобы там что-то есть, типа, приглашаешь чела, там какие-то он добирает там какие-то ранги, он тебе плюшки даются. Так. Крутится и больно бьют. Пю-пю. Пю-пю-пю. Блин, сложно. Что я хочу еще? Ну давай дадим, похуй. Пойдет. Сыграем. Что мы сыграем?
Это ты еще другое чудище не видал.
Ламберславский. Это брони уничтожить его. Ага.
Если ты на самом дне,
здорово.
значит есть на что ногами встать.
Тут мой малыш.
Мне лучше на маятник. Я там хорошо управляюсь.
Ну я. Просто ну я. Зарубил чела. Все. Понял. Хорошо, хорошо. Геральт Куэн. Хочу Геральт Куэн. Сюда. Сюда, Геральт. Вообще, по идее, если мы можем на втором ходу сюда нейромантию на халяву отдавать, что на что она вернется в руку. А, нет, оно... А, типа, ты его 2 раза можешь только сыграть. А что я хочу? Это достать потом. А, я должен сыграть карту. Нет, нет, я так не хочу. Не, скипаем нахуй все. Пусть он думает, что там думает. В идеале, чтобы тебе пришло либо вот эта карта, либо вот эта. И все будет вообще заебись. Одна приходит, другую мы достаем. Нахуй ты отдал кухарку? Ты чё, блядь? Ну ладно. Допустим. Допустим, чел ты. Нет, нет, все, заебись. Это... Достаем анейромантии. В целом рука вообще пойдет. Да. Мне нрав. Что мы сейчас играть будем, непонятно. Ага. Понятно. Так.
Я не хочу на грибы.
От тебя пахнет страхом.
Уменьшается изначально силу этого отряда на 1 единицу каждый раз, когда... Блять, как же ты кричишь? Когда ему наносит урон. Шабаш. Отметьте способность. Увеличить сначала. Ага. А шабаш что такое? Шабаш? Если хотя бы общая сила отряда хотя бы одного дружественного... Меньше 25. Нихуя себе. Хотелось бы отметить. Отметить, нихуя себе.
Пусть лучше больно будет сейчас, чем потом.
После этого чела сыграем, наверное, нейромантию в Геральт Квен, достанем чела. Пусть поспамит сюда еще там хотя бы еще 2 карты. Надеюсь, он заспамит туда. 4 урона. Окей, босс. Жажда крови. 2. Если у меня 2, значит я нанесу 6. Я в защитника могу только скинуть. Да, пойдет. Так. По-моему, вроде бы. Окей.
Ведьмина подружка.
Сюда.
Присылай людей! Обратно по частям верну.
Блин, я охуительный голос. Это же это, да, репетур, по-моему. Озвучка. Так, сейчас.
Я преданно служу хозяину.
Ага, да. Единственное, что там. Ну-ка. Окей, ну все пока стоит. Да.
Зараза. А хочешь, как настоящий меч покажу?
Сейчас пойдет жара. Ебать он опасный, конечно, черт. Что-то мне кажется, нам пизда. Хотя, может, мы еще сможем. Смотри, он сейчас будет играть. Пидорас. Ой, осуждаем, осуждаем.
Довольно глупостей.
Это Вася, говорит, сыграй существ. Где существа? Алло. Пожалуйста. Ты там охренел с этими пылами одни оставил? Ай. Ау.
За работу.
Это конечное, короче, я не доберу вообще никак, даже близко. Даже близко не добираю.
Шевели копытами, а то как бы не опоздать.
Ну и что ты сделаешь?
Раз, два, три, четыре, пять, шесть, семь, восемь, девять, 10, 11, 11, 16. Блин, вообще даже не близко. Даже не близко.
На лету стрелы отбивать? Надо попробовать.
ГГ. Ну, колода жесткая реально была.
Ты больше камни. Редкая.
Телепортация. И судочка. Понял.
Почки много. Цен.
Еще голосовую, наверное. Да. Жанка. Видимо, сейчас пошли эти
У нас
челы.
осталась лишь наша
Плюс-минус
гордость.
какие-то метовые, видимо. Жесткие. Еще надо сыграл карты. Ушли. Человек, ну реально уснул такой. А нет. Ой. Приехали. Мистер Трекен на краснолюдах.
Теперь можно? Теперь.
Твоя мать, говорит, у краснолюда. А? Да? Да-да.
А под землей сокровищ-то без счета и трупов.
Ну, закляча, давай! Не то и тебя зарубят!
К оружию! Вот
Но я не хочу на гребень.
Поймал! Нет, 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 нет! Вот падла!
Пивом их отпоить. Он еще и со стойкостью, ёбаный в рот твоя.
У ветряка лапы из палок. Они крутятся и больно бьют.
Ой, да ну конечно. Пошел ты в очко, ублюдок.
Я тебя надвое разрублю, урод.
5. Добавим 5, 7, 3, 35. Будет 34. Добрать по картам. Блин, что делать?
Ну и что ты сделаешь?
Раз, два, три, четыре, пять, шесть. Того на 10.
Кто вспыльчивый? Я вспыльчивый.
3, 4, 5, 6. Почему он на 1 встал? Что-то я... Ага, понял тебя.
Зараза.
Ну давай, забирай. Ну надо, в принципе. Ты хочешь играть еще второй раунд? Нихуя себе, подождите-ка. Так что-то уже интересное. Ну на.
Довольно глупостей.
Оставь это нам!
Если ты на самом дне, значит есть на что ногами встать.
Прям хочется сейчас закончить.
Следи за языком. Ты с Геральтом разговариваешь.
Ну да, я специально делал. Спал даже на сайте. Блять, это какая-то ловушка. Небось он под конец хода, да, надо активироваться. Не нравится мне это все, блядь.
Надо уклоняться. Нужны эти, как их? Рефлексы.
Пиздец. Ну, я ничего не мог с этим делать. Я не мог отдавать сейчас, блин. У меня бы не осталось ничего на второй раунд. Вообще ничего бы не осталось. На последний, точнее, раунд. А с меня теперь еще эти могут забрать за проигрыш. Нифига. Окей, награда. Что там? Еще дадут мне? Здорово. Что это хочет? можно. Замок Стига. Рамку. СКТЛ. Я пока типа не упомню, не смогу дальше идти. Окей, босс. Блять, и тут все у меня уже. Понял вас. Только вот где туда может мне 40 обрезок. Давай здесь ну шо? Блять, почти 3 часа постримил. Нормально. На этом, я думаю, закончим. До завтра уже. Завтра продолжим Ведьмака. И также под конец парочку в Гвинт бахнем. Все, да, давайте. Всем приятного вечера. Как всегда, повтор Илью на YouTube. До скорого.